Great Wave of Kanagawa by a Japanese artist which is Katsushika Hokusai. So about this painting, the Great Wave of Kanagawa, also known as the Great Wave or simply called the Wave, is a linen print in landscape format by the Japanese artist Katsushika Hokusai. It is a woodblock print which is created by carving an image into a block with sharp knife and other tools. Traditional color woodblock prints like the Great Wave are produced by carving one block for each color, which means each color in this painting are carved on one block only, and the artist Hokusai will repeat the process for each color. The Great Wave was created around 1831, which is in Edo period at that time. The dominance of cool colors such as dark blue creates a feeling of coolness and helplessness. The beautiful dark blue pigment used by Hokusai is called Prussian blue, was a new material at that time, imported from England through China. The texture is kind of rough and jagged because of the waves. This artist Hokusai also used curvaceous lines of the wave, and sharp lines are used at the tip of the waves. The wave is about to strike the boats as if it were an enormous monster, one which seems to symbolize the irresistible, irresistible force of nature and the weakness of human beings. For the analyze, this painting, the theme or context is dark. Colors are muted and soothing with no rays or aggressive color. As we can see at the painting, it shows like a dangerous painting, a danger, but it doesn't have any aggressive color or red color, which we all know that red color are used to notice everyone about danger. But in this painting, Hokusai doesn't use any red or aggressive color, but he can show that the painting is dangerous. Is the wave is dangerous without using any red color. The dominance of cool colors such as dark blue presents and the presence of the color white. So in this painting, it can create a feeling of coolness and helplessness. The dominance of cool colors such as dark blue will create a feeling of coolness and helplessness, and the presence of the color white will create a feeling of hope. So this painting, it is dominated by the curvaceous line of the crashing wave. We can see at the bottom of the wave, at the largest wave here, it has curvaceous line, and it also has an aggressive line at the tip of the wave. As we can see, it's like at the tip of the wave, it is like a branch or a claw. That is what we call an aggressive line. And in this painting, Hokusai, the artist, the Japanese artist, used a rule of third composition. We can see largest uh, at the largest wave, it it the artist apply a rule of third in this painting.
Okay, for the next section, I will be presenting for the interpretation. So the artist stated that the wave were like an enormous monster to strike the boats out, which seems to symbolize the irresistible forces of nature and the weakness of human beings. This related to humans because those waves is actually the emotion, the obstacle or problems that human should face. Those with emotion or obstacle also shows that if they washed out the boat and the boat not come out from the surface, it seems like the human, the boat, the representative in the painting, if you guys can see, there's a boat there. It will not survive those obstacles. Other than that, the wave also can represent the death. It shows that we can't ignore the death and must face it. I feel that the art really representing how my life goes. Every day, we as a normal human being face so many problems and can cause many emotions that we get. So I feel overwhelming and sometimes awe when look at how this art describes by. I think the reason why the artists create this artwork are to show the audience how emotions and problems are the obstacle that humans can't get rid of and can change the way they are aftermath. And lastly is for the judgment. Each it is which how I feel about the painting. So the first word that came out from my mind about the painting when I first saw it is beautiful. Because blue is apparently my favorite color. I love sea and skies. And the energy that gives out from the painting is like space, hope, and at the same time it's sadness. The application of elements of arts are precise and well presented. As I can say, it's a great artwork. As I learned about fishermen in Japan, I knew this artwork is more than just a segaiha. Segaiha means wave. So the relationship between boats with people and the big waves gives me the idea of nature versus humans. After the calming emotion, slowly it becomes sort of oppressed feeling from the painting. That's it for us. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, want to I want to give the answer for question number one, which is we can see that the the biggest wave is at the 1 part 3 in this painting, which is in the rule of third composition.
Okay.
And Rule, rule of third is the most well-known composition guideline. It helps draw the viewer's eyes into the image and places more emphasis on the subject. Ideally, the empty space that left should be in direction the subject is looking or heading to. So in this case, it show that the main point of the subject matter that they want to show is the wave.
Ah,
So that
correct.
the answer for the question one.
Okay, so that's pretty good answer. I got the point. So I'm still waiting for the second answer, which is the intrinsic value.
Miss, rumah saya bising ke?
Tak, saya tak dengar apa-apa. Dengar suara awak je.
Alright. For the second question is, this painting, it has a very valuable worth, as we can see that all around the world use the wave on a lot of things. For example, in emoji, we also can see the wave inspired by this painting. And no. And yes, the artwork has the value because I feel the Great Wave of Kanagawa is perhaps a comment on life that we feel most alive when close to death, and that sometimes nature is unpredictable. It will do what it does do, and we know we are helpless against it. But we still manage to survive and strive against all odds. And that's what makes us humans, which could be the message that the artist is trying to tell here. That those who fight and struggle against all odds will prevail in the end. So that's the answer for the second question.
Okay, the intrinsic value. Okay, so for group 2, is it possible for you to add these two questions in your slide? So, and then with the answer. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
you add on these two questions, which is the rule of third and the intrinsic value. So you don't have to put like long questions like so you just remark there the rule of thirds tadi tu yang Fauzan ada present, and then you just add on the notes under the rule of thirds, and then the intrinsic value, this one could be the judgment.